Hey, happy Saturday, folks! So we're here for this week's weekly roundup, and if you're like, what is that? Well, weekly roundup is where we go through my makeup drawer of all the makeup I use this week. So every Sunday through Saturday, all the makeup that I wear, I put it in a drawer so that every Saturday at some point throughout the day, I'll record all the makeup that I use throughout the week. Give you guys my quick thoughts on it. Right now, we're doing it super early in the morning because I was like, when I get off work tonight, I just want to come home and do the uploading and putting all the makeup back to where it belongs. And then tomorrow morning, Sunday, we start fresh with filling up this makeup drawer. I don't go around and collect all the makeup at once every day, like Sunday through Saturday. I go and grab the makeup that I want to use for each day on the day that I'm using it, and then I do my makeup. And after I do my get ready with me video and upload that video, I take that makeup from my makeup bag and put it into the drawer. And then the next day, same thing. I'll go around, collect all the makeup that I want to use for that day, and then it ends up in this drawer. We're going to start with what's on my face right now, though, so I can keep that in the makeup bag, because I'm not going to upload my Get Ready With Me until I get home from work today. First things first, new to me product. It's the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm. This one's in Gummy Bear. Sorry, Yummy Gummy. I do have it on. This one is slightly tinted, and so far, I like it. I've worn it. I wore it yesterday too. Not for you guys, but just, off camera. And I do like it so far. I got it because the Summer Fridays one that I have is just about gone, and I think probably for my birthday I'm going to get another one, because my Summer Fridays one, I think I have like 2 more uses out of it. But if this does the same thing, you know what? Who am I kidding? I'm still going to buy another Summer Fridays one, but I want to see how this compares to it, because I don't want to keep spending a lot of money on a lip product that is a lip balm. It just seems, in my mind lately, thoughts are popping in, and it seems kind of ridiculous to spend a lot of money on something as simple as a lip balm when you could get something that has the exact same amount of product in it and is probably just as good for way, way cheaper. When I'm talking way, way cheaper, like $20 cheaper. I do have the strawberry shortcake one of this as well. I've said before, when something comes out, you don't have to get every single scent, every single shade. But I did know with this product, before I even went in there, I was going to end up getting 2, because I wanted a lighter one that just like barely there, and then one with a hint of color. There have other ones that I think would give a hint of color, but I think they would be too dark for what I want. I wanted one that was like more purple. Anyways, they smell good and they taste good. I'm not sure, will the taste bother me? I don't think so, because there's not a weird aftertaste. You know how some glosses have a weird aftertaste? These don't. And so far, compared to the Summer Fridays one, I feel like these ones soak into the lips a little bit faster. And one of my complaints about the Summer Fridays one was that one disappeared into my lips quite quickly. But I almost feel like this one might even soak into my lips even faster, but this one leaves some pigment. So I don't know. Time will tell if I like these more than the Summer Fridays one or not, but who knows. Alright, this is going into my empties bin after I post today's Get Ready With Me Tur Mask Fit Makeup Fixer Setting Spray. It says long lasting blurring effect, moist finish. I really like this. I didn't think I was going to, but whenever my husband and I ever make it back to the mall, I'm going to pick up another bottle. I checked Amazon and I didn't see it on there. So, and I'd rather just pick it up in person anyways. Probably if I end up going to the mall for my birthday, which is possible, I'll just get it then. So that won't be till sometime next month or whatever, but I am going to repurchase this one. I do think it does blur. The e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I remember a while back I said, I don't think that's doing anything. No, it definitely gives a nice, this leaves a nice glow. What I've been doing, putting this one on first and then going, like dabbing that all in, letting it dry, and then to add some like glow back into the skin, because like you can see my face looks glowy. I go over it with this. So I do have a backup of this one. Do recommend the Pat McGrath Labs. This is Divine Rose, A Love Quad, Eternal Eden eyeshadow. I got this one from an Ipsy or Boxy charm. Would I have gone out and bought this one? No, even though it's my color story. But let's be honest, this is expensive, even for a quad at Sephora, which our Sephora doesn't carry Pat McGrath anymore. Maybe, at least not the, well, hang on now. I wonder if they changed their mind. I'm trying to remember if I've seen something on there or if they're gone now. I think there might be like one of their mothership palettes left on the like my Sephora page and the bronzer. But a lot of the Pat McGrath that was on there is no longer on there. There might be some stuff there. Anyways, for what this is, I don't think this has any for special shades in it. It's still pretty. I do have this on today. To me, it's very easy to use, whether I use it on its own or others. But would I buy this? No. Would I repurchase it when it's gone, even from Ipsy? No. It's one of those palettes, because I have these colors in other palettes. And like I said, these two shimmers that are in here, they're not her special shades. So I would just, I'm going to use it up, enjoy it, and say sayonara. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch. I have the shade Cupcake. It is a pressed powder. You guys know Rimmel Kind and Free, the pressed translucent setting powder. That's my go-to. I'm trying to venture out and see the difference between different face powders. So far, I do really like this one. I did buy this one. Well, pretty much everything I did buy, like even from Ipsy, when I say like I got it from Ipsy, I still paid for it, but it came in an Ipsy box. So I didn't like get this individually from like the Ipsy shop or whatever. So far I like this, but mine is, and it's probably because maybe my brush is wet, but there seems to be hard pan all over this sucker for some reason. Anyways, so far I do really like it. I'm not sure if I will repurchase it though. At least not at this moment. I've been using that for what, the past week, maybe 2 weeks? Gwen Stefani highlighter. 100% would repurchase this, but all her stuff is pulled off the Sephora website. If you did get your hands on this, I suggest pulling it out and using it. If you like your highlighters like I do, like if I have a highlighter in my collection, it's in my collection for a reason. Because it's not sparkly, there's no shimmers or that in it, it's glowy. And this one is glowy, no sparkles, no shimmer. And I really like the smell. It smells like her bronzer duo, the cream and powder that she had. I'm really, really hoping the reason why, and I said this yesterday, that all her stuff is pulled from Sephora because she's coming out with bigger, better things for her line. I hope it's not because she's saying adios to her makeup line, because some of her products are fantastic. Not that Gwen Stefani watches any of this or her company, but they need to bring her stuff back, especially this highlighter for people who didn't get their hands on it. But her bronzer duo, she needs to come out with the same thing, but have the bronzer on its own in the compact like this, like the powder bronzer and then the cream bronzer. Have them separate. One of the biggest issues with that was that the powdered bronzer was hitting hard pan for a lot of people. The pans were so skinny and small, and like most people, they go to cream first and then the powder, and even if I used separate brushes, somehow the cream was still getting into the powder bronzer. And I've been saying since the beginning that she needs to bring out both the cream bronzer and the powder bronzer separately, because they will sell out. They will. They're that good. And then they smell fantastic. They smell just like this. Like, and I've also said from the beginning, I wish it's like a nice powdery perfume scent. I don't know. But I would love for that to be an actual like perfume or body spray. Perfume preferably. But yes, do recommend. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Mine's almost gone. Sometimes you see me use like 2, maybe 3 foundations throughout the week instead of a different one every single day. Some of them, like when I notice a foundation's just about gone, I kind of want to hone in on those ones. This being one of them. Now, 2 of my friends said they can't get this anymore. And then when I was at the drugstore yesterday, pretty sure I did not see it there. I would have noticed because of the blue. I think I might have still seen it at our Walmart, but we don't go to Walmart as often anymore. I will check our Amazon to see if we have this one, because this is a favorite foundation of mine and it's affordable. Well, it's as affordable as it is going to be for a drugstore. Speaking of drugstore, when I was looking through the e.l.f. products yesterday, a lot of the e.l.f. items are like $18 now. What the hell happened? What happened? I gotta find my receipt to see how much these lip balms were. But I'm pretty sure when I got up front and I scanned them, I was like, holy shit. What's going on, e.l.f.? This I recommend. I have dry skin, super sensitive skin, acne prone skin. I do tend to go for foundations that are serum based, hydrating, niacinamide in them, glowy, luminous. I do want to try a matte foundation though. I do have some that are kind of more like Lumi Matte, like the Maybelline Lumi Matte. The Makeup by Mario, the Surreal Skin Finish, that one is not matte, but it's also not luminous. I find like the finish on that is also very similar to the Maybelline one. This one's definitely glowy. I will be bummed if I cannot get my hands on this one again. Not that I need to run out and repurchase it right now, but I do hope I'm able to find at least one more of this. If not, I'm pretty sure I'll find another foundation that is very similar. But I do the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. That's a fantastic one. Tower 28. This is the Get Set powdered blush. Do I like this? Yes, I have this one in another shade. This one's in Samo Spritzer. I can already tell you that when I'm going to use up the two that I have, I'm not going to repurchase them. I do think they're blurring and they do set. Mine looks glowy because my skincare and then all the other layers, makeup that I have on. But I'm not wowed by these blushes. Like, I have other blushes that I prefer to use more. So again, I think they're great. But when you have favorites that you prefer to use and like you're sitting here thinking about them, then yeah. So these are great. And I do recommend them. But I'm going to use up the two that I have and not get any more. The Maybelline Sky High mascara, the one I have is in burgundy. I have it on today and it looks like I have no mascara on. I do think this is a good mascara. I've had the original before, and I think the reason why I didn't go and buy another one after that one ran out is because it is very basic. This is good to me for those days where you're doing very minimal makeup, especially on the eyes, and you just want to enhance your lashes a little bit. To me it looks like I have no mascara on. But my eyeshadow is probably, I think, overpowering this mascara. Do recommend, though, if you want a lengthening mascara that just enhances your lashes. Yeah. Would I rebuy that? We'll see. I want to play around with this one without doing like a heavy eye look and stuff and just see how it looks on my lashes. But there's other mascaras out there, too, that do the same thing. Rare Beauty liquid highlighter. This one's in Enlighten. I've already said before, this is a favorite liquid highlighter of mine, and I do use it when I use cream or liquid blushes. I'll mix it in stuff just to help give more glow to the cheeks. If you're gonna get like a product like this, get one. Don't get multiple shades. Just get one and use it up. It's gonna take forever. My recommendation for something like this, get the mini. Even though like the minis are still expensive, get the mini because it's going to take forever to use up anyways. But it's fantastic. I do recommend. NARS, the multiple. This is in Copacabana. Like I've said multiple times before, I will repurchase this one in this shade. I really do like it. I'd rather just buy one of these versus buying multiple other products, which I do have several here that are similar. Like I've had the Merit one, which I've already used up. I have a CoverGirl and a L'Oreal one. Instead of having multiple products that do the same thing, I think I'd rather just spend the money and buy my favorite one. And so for me at this point, it is the NARS, the multiple, specifically in Copacabana. There is another shade that I am intrigued to try, but I think I'd rather go in and see it in person. I think it has like a hint of rose to it though. But I think I'll just stick to this one. I really do like this one. It just gives a nice glow to the cheeks. Whoa. I waited forever to get my hands on this, the House Labs Powder Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. I have the shade Soleil Sand, which is in Fair. I think I would repurchase this one. I have it on today. I do like it. Excuse me. When this bronzer first came out, I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to get it. And then it got to the point where the shade that I wanted was constantly sold out. And then they were no longer in our Sephora stores or even online. And then they came back. I don't know if they're reformulated or what, but this shade actually, to me, looks lighter than the original one. I don't know. All that to say, though, I like it, and I do think I will repurchase that as long as it sticks around. And then we all know e.l.f. So the e.l.f. Liquid Bronze and Contour. I have Fair, Fair Light. Both of these are on today. I already have backups of those. I do recommend those. And then I have almost every color of the Camo Liquid Blushes. This one's in Bold Face Lilac. Again, also recommend. For me, just because there's so much product in these, if I'm going to recommend Rare Beauty or say, for instance, like a liquid blush, I think every time I'm going to say spend your money on the e.l.f. because you get a lot of product. It goes a long way. Maybe you want multiple shades. Again, save your money, go with e.l.f. The Rare Beauty ones, they are fantastic. I have 2 full size, but again, there's so much product and it's like, am I going to get through those items before it goes bad? It's hard to say. So I'd say if you're new to makeup, or you're not even new to makeup but you've always done makeup and you're undecided, I'd say go to e.l.f. Go to e.l.f. Like, I might just stick with e.l.f. and not branch out to other liquid blushes, but I don't know. We will see. I do like blush, and I do like trying different blushes. Morphe Cloud Light Soft Glow Veil. I have the shade Dawn. So this one says Vanilla with Balancing Pink. I think this is the lightest one, and I will repurchase this. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. If I see this go on sale, I'm going to pick up 2, because in my mind, I feel like sometimes when some of the items go on sale and they stay in the sale thing, to me, it's like because they're getting ready to say sayonara. This is probably a product that I might just pick up one for my birthday. Because I really do like this. I like this one better than the e.l.f. I like it better. I have a couple of e.l.f. powders. I have the loose pink Halo Glow powder, which I still need to play around with that. I feel like I haven't really given it a fair shot. I like it way better than this. And my issue with this one is this is the lightest shade and it's too dark. You might be like, it's not too dark, Tammy. It is too dark. I have bronzer and everything on. It's too dark for me. I feel like if they had lighter shades, if they expanded on the shade range for this, maybe it would work better for me. But I really like this Morphe one. I don't know. It gives a nice glow. I find like the e.l.f. one makes me look metallic, even though other people say no, it doesn't, and they've used it and it doesn't look metallic. To me, that e.l.f. one has like this metallic look to it. Speaking of e.l.f., I do want to try the new e.l.f. glowy, the new skin tint, because I'm a sucker and I'd like to try it. The Rimmel Brow Pro Micro in soft brown. We all know this is a favorite of mine. I've gone through so many, and it's one that I have a couple of backups. And then we have NYX, the brow glue. This is new to me, but I've been using this for what, almost a month? And I said I was going to repurchase it when I went to the drugstore. I seen it yesterday. The drugstore I was at, this is like an arm and a leg price. So I'm going to wait till I go to Walmart or check Amazon. Sometimes the stuff in the drugstores is like super expensive, but then it's like way cheaper on Amazon. Not that I want you guys going on Amazon and strolling, but some things are way more affordable from Amazon. Alright, this is new to me. I've used it a couple of times this week. It's the Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick. I have the shade Toast It. You might be like, why is yours in a container, Tammy? Because I rolled it up just to see how much product was in here. The thing broke off, so I had to go get it, and it will not roll back down. I've taken it out, pushed my finger down, while, like, it's not going back down. So far, I like it. But, yeah. I probably won't repurchase this. I have one that I prefer more. Makeup Forever Artist Bronze Wild Sand. I do like this. I'm undecided if I'll repurchase it. But it is nice. One thing I will say is I like it that's a refillable pan. So when this is gone, instead of paying the price for the entire thing, you just buy the refill, which is much cheaper. So like I said, I'm undecided though. Still undecided. I do like it though. The Give Lip Collagen. Mine's in Hibiscus. I won't repurchase it because 1, they're not even on the website anymore from Sephora. 2, I find lately, maybe it's because I wasn't paying attention, this is quite thick and sticky. I like the color and it doesn't dry my lips out, but I don't know. I would not repurchase it, I think, even if they had it. Same with this Revolution Big Lash XL Volume Mascara. I do not recommend this. This is a monster. And this gave me nothing to my lashes whatsoever. That is, that's gonna go in my trash bin tonight. We have Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. This is black brown. I'm gonna use this up and not buy it again. I don't like it. This is one of those ones that I was like, oh, I like it, I don't like it. No, I don't like the Lash Princess mascara. Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. This one's in Encourage. Again, do I recommend these? Sure. It's a great blush, but if we want to like save money and stuff and then use a product that's just as good, go for the e.l.f. Because you get way more product in here. You also get a higher price tag. But I don't know. The Rare Beauty ones don't do anything that the e.l.f. ones don't do. They both last on me. They both look pretty. They have nice colors. If you're still like, oh, but I want the Rare Beauty ones, either pick one color, full size, or go for the minis. Again, the minis are still pricey, but you want to make sure you're going to be able to use your product up. So I would say either get the e.l.f. or get the mini of this. Because it is a good product. I'm not going to say it's not, because it is. RMS Redimension Hydro Powder Blush. All the shades that I have, I think I would repurchase every single shade. It's like a blush with a highlighter built into it. Very pretty. Great on the eyes and cheeks. Do recommend. Makeup Forever. This is one of their glosses. Super Boost. This one's a pearly one. And I think mine's called Luminous Brown or something. I will repurchase this one. I might get a different shade though when this one's gone. But I do like it. Smells good too. I smelled that smell before and I don't really know how to describe it. Fenty Cheeks. This one's in Tahiti Teas. I would repurchase this shade. And then I have another shade that I would repurchase. I really like them as well. They feel creamy to the touch and they blend nicely. They have a nice glow. Ulek. This is in Pinky Ice. This is from Amazon. I have a couple of these. I won't repurchase, not because they're not a good product. It is a good product. I don't reach for them often enough. So if I have products that I find that I like them, but I don't reach for them often enough, again, it's not because they're bad products. It's because I have products that I like more. Like, I have favorites. Just like this Gucci blush. I'm not going to repurchase this and I'm not going to buy another shade. I mean, it'd have to be a shade that's like a Tammy shade that I really, really want. But then again, like the formula doesn't wow me. Rosy Beige. It's a Tammy color. But again, I have other blushes that I gravitate towards more over this one. So, although I like it, I'm not going to recommend it because 1, it's expensive as hell. 2, I can see somebody getting this and being like me, using it and liking it, but you have other blushes that you already prefer more. So why have something like this just because it's I don't know. It's not worth it, okay? It's not worth it. L'Oreal True Match. I'm trying to lean back. Super Blendable Foundation. I do recommend this one as well. It's a good foundation. This one is definitely at the halfway mark. I'm I don't know. It's like, to me, it almost feels like a serum. I don't think it is, though. But it's definitely very hydrating. So I do recommend. I will repurchase that one. The Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I do really like this foundation, but it's a smidge too dark for me. Some people said they couldn't tell on me. I could definitely tell it. No matter what lighting I went into, I could see that it was on my skin because I could see that it was a different color. I do like the finish of this. I did get this one from Ipsy. If Ipsy were to have it again and I could get a lighter shade, I might. But otherwise, I'm not going to go out to Sephora and buy it. Even though I like this foundation a lot. But I definitely need a lighter color. Makeup by Mario's. Oh my gosh. Surreal Skin Foundation. This one I like a lot. It reminds me, this Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation reminds me of this one. And I do have a backup from this one. Didn't get it from Sephora. Got it from Ipsy shop because it was much more affordable. Do recommend that one. Essence, A Lash Like a Boss. This is a good everyday basic mascara. I do recommend this one. I think I already have a backup of that one. Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum. My friend Chris got me this. So far I do like this as a primer. And it does leave a nice glow. Will I go out and buy it? I'm undecided. I have to see what the price of it is, full price. But, I don't know. So far, I like it. I've used it a couple of times so far. Merit Flesh Balm. This one's in Stockholm. I bought a trio of the minis of these. There's only one that I would rebuy, like buy a full size of. They're nice. I don't think you need every shade because they don't last. Well, okay, I shouldn't say they don't last long. They do last on me. Some people they disappear on though. This is a Rhodile lip oil with collagen. There's no shade or color on it because it's like clear pretty much. I got it from Ipsy. I like it. I wouldn't go out and try and find it though. LYS Natural Finish Skin Loyalty Setting Spray. I will repurchase this one. I would like to get it on sale or wait until the Sephora VIB sale during the fall. Because I don't know. Some setting sprays are just so expensive. Like this costs more than the Tur setting spray. Which is ridiculous. But yes, I do recommend this one. I do like it a lot. And I will repurchase it. But I think I'll just wait till the fall VIB sale. The Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. This one's in Barely Blushing. Out of the ones that I have, because I have 3 of these, this is the one that I said I would repurchase because it's an everyday easy color. And I already have a dip coming in mine. The other 2, I also do like them, but this is my favorite between the 3. So, would repurchase this one. Rimmel Kind and Free. This is my second one. The other one I already panned. Just a translucent setting powder, and I do recommend. I need a drink. NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I have a vanilla. I'm not going to repurchase this because I barely use it. And when I do, it's usually just to clean up an eye look. It's a nice one though. It's nice and thin. Sephora Bronzer Matte. This is in Sunkissed Haze. I would repurchase this if they take the scents out of here. This is a fantastic powder bronzer. But it's this perfume that's in here is so strong and disgusting that I'm not going to repurchase it unless they remove the scent. It's a great bronzer. Say Sun Melt. This one's in Fair Bronze. I'm trying to replace the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt. It's like this, the cream. I've already gone through 2 of them. Did I go through 2 of them? Is my second one gone? Oh, darn. Well, I've already gone... Did I really? I've already gone through 2 of the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop, or Sculpting Bronzer. It looks like this, but it's a bronzer. I've gone through 2 of them. It is one of my favorites. So now I'm using the Say one, because it's about the same price, maybe a few bucks more. but you get way more product and it does the same thing. So I'm trying to see if this will be a replacement for it, because I go through the Makeup by Mario one pretty fast. So far I would repurchase this. It is nice. I do prefer the Makeup by Mario one more, but you don't get a whole lot of product in there. So I end up going through it fast. L'Oreal Lumila Liquid Blush. This one's in the shade Dewy Bright Pink. This is nice and it blends out nicely. I don't have like a... I'm not going to go out and repurchase this one or get another shade at this point because I don't reach for it very often, but it is nice. I think I used it in yesterday's video. Give Me Glow Cosmetics Good Bronze Bombshell. This one's in Good Times and Tan Lines. I would repurchase this one and then the other shades that I have. They're nice bronzers, but they charge customs and duties. So there's that. We have Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. Not gonna repurchase this. If I were to get something from here, I'd probably just buy one of these shades as a single on its own, just as a finishing powder to give a nice glow to the face. Not a bad product, but I don't reach for it. Barely. I'm trying to like force myself to use it. Glaminatrix Cosmetics Timeless Tones Palette. This is new. I've used this over the past couple of days. I like it. Is this a palette that I would run out and repurchase? No. Some of the palettes that I have in my collection, they're like a one and done. I'll buy them, use them, enjoy them, and then that's that. This one's neutral, cool toned. So if you're not into these, especially these 3 rows of mattes here, if you're not into these kind of colors, I would not buy this. This palette, I'll be using it on its own and using it with other palettes. There's really only, what, two shades in here I really don't like, which is this blue one here and then this green one. But once you take these colors and you mix them with like the darker shades, or like grab other shades from other palettes and mix them, it it blends out and looks nice, and it's not so I don't know. These 2 colors are not my favorite, but the rest, yes. So far I've liked the looks I've done with this. The formula is good. Would not repurchase. I don't know if I would recommend it though, because again, it's expensive, and I would only recommend it if you don't have a similar color story already. And I do not recommend it if this is not your kind of color story. I do not recommend. One that I would repurchase is the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Nearly Natural. I would repurchase this one because I really like this one a lot. Again, shimmer, matte. And it's neutral. And it's, yes, this is a great palette. I would repurchase this one. And it's like, do you need to? No. I mean, I bet a lot of us already have a very similar color story. We might not have like the exact, like especially with the mattes, we might not have like the exact same metallics in our collection, but probably have something similar. But this one I would repurchase. And then we have Ensley Rain Cosmic Dreamer. This is another one. I wouldn't repurchase it, but I'm going to enjoy using it. It's neutral with pops of color. And it's a great palette. Again, if this is not your vibe, I would not buy it. Even if it goes on sale, I wouldn't buy it if it's not your vibe. In this whole palette, I think the only things I don't really like in here, again, is like this blue and maybe this pink, but I can make that pink work. But yeah, it's a fun palette. And that's everything that I used makeup wise. Surprisingly, I'm like, man, I didn't really use very many lip products this week, but I was trying to like, I don't know, not use the same things every day this week, but like I used this a couple of times this week. I used this a couple of times this week. I think there might be a lip product in my apron, or no? Did I only use these 2 this week? Oh, this one here. Sometimes I have like a different lip product for every day of the week. Sometimes I just use the same ones. But yeah, this is my weekly roundup of all the makeup that ended up in my makeup drawer, because this is all what I've used this past week. for the most part, I like a lot of it. Some of it though, they're not duds, but like for instance these, like I don't reach for some of these products often enough because they're not favorites. And that's also why I like doing this weekly roundup video, because it gives me a good idea of like what I like, what I don't fussy too much, what I'm not really reaching for. And yeah. Anyways, I'm going to skedaddle. You guys enjoy your Saturday because I'm going to get ready, or finish getting ready to go to work. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe button because it helps the channel out. Anyways, thanks for watching.